gentlemen, welcome back to the All-American Savage Show podcast. I am your host, Joy Reid, and you're racist. That's a great way to start the show.
In your face.
In your face. Oh, my God. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen from around the world listening in. Thank you for tuning into the All-American Savage Show podcast this morning. A lot of news to cover. Like, oh, my God. Like, the one good thing about the Biden administration, we have nonstop content. None. I mean, we did it under Trump, too. With Biden, it's like
nonstop bungles.
It is. It's like you couldn't wish for a better administration fuck-up blunder series. It's been amazing. It's been amazing to watch.
Which disaster do you want to start with?
There's just so much. It's Friday. It is Friday, ladies and gentlemen. That means this week is almost over. So kudos to y'all that have made it through, and thank you for getting it through with us. That's Josh's phone telling us to end the show because we're clearly we're being canceled.
Have a great weekend.
That's it. That does it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Welcome to the fastest growing Savage podcast in the nation. Oh my God, I'm ready. I'm ready for the weekend. I'm trying to slam energy drinks all day today so I can stay awake. This is how pathetic my life is. Like, I want to go dancing tonight with my girlfriend, and the club doesn't open until, or the place, like it's like salsa, and it doesn't open until the restaurant opens all day, but the dancing part doesn't start until like 11 o'clock at night. And by 11 o'clock at night, by the time that hits, we're just kind of like, do you want to go dancing? Or do we just want to stay home and watch a movie?
What kind of dancing are you doing?
It's Spanish, like salsa, merengue, bachata, none of which I know how to do.
Fancy.
So I just go out there and I drink and I just move my hips a bunch.
Fancy.
That's how, to impress like Spanish women, just move your hips. Okay. Just move your hips. That's all you got to do. Just move your hips. And swing your penis side to side, and they're into that. Yeah.
What size dress do you wear?
It's enough to where I have enough room to do the splits when I need to. So, there you go. That's somebody said, "Wait, I thought you were married." No, that's never happening again. So, all right. So I said we were going to field some questions, and I had a really good question come in. This is from Joshua Light, who writes in the show. It says, in case you thought I was joking when I asked you my question, I wasn't. I don't know what question that was, Joshua, but let's continue. He said, what's the point of talking about it if no one's going to do anything? Are you just hosting a therapy session for some Republicans to agree with and share political insecurities? Or are you just selling ass like that shoe on head girl for conservacock views while living your own life so disproportionately from what you actually preach? Well, there's just a few things to break down here, Joshua Light, whose email is saniok4@hotmail.com. Oops, I'm sorry. Did I just read that on the air? I'm sorry. You see, if you want to troll me, I'll troll you right back. That's the way I work, and that's probably why I'm never going to be on Fox, because I just don't deal with you fuckfaces like most conservative hosts do, or hosts in general. I'll call you fucking morons out. But anyway, as far as like hosting talking points and therapy sessions, the point is to discuss what's currently going on and offer different perspectives for people to actually think. And then as far as doing anything, well, Joshua, what are you doing, sir? What are you doing? This is the part in like those TikToks, kind of like, whoa, what are you doing? Like, you know how like the music gets like really serious. Josh, you know what you can do? You go to the polls and you vote. Now, if you're talking about grabbing your guns and doing another January 6th, you feel free to try that and see how far you go, sir. You see, a lot of your types are out there, you know, beating the ground and screaming at the sky, saying like, what are we doing? What do we do? What do you want to do? What do you want there to do? You want to circumvent Congress? You want to go around Congress? You want to violate the very premise of the Constitution because you're not getting your fucking way? Votes matter. Go to the polls. Encourage your friends and family to go to the polls and vote. So to sit there and say, live your life so disproportionate, I don't even know what the fuck, like I practice what I preach. I believe in capitalism and freedom. I'm not sure what the fuck you're talking about. I live that. Like, dude, like here's the thing, like losers like you, I don't know what you're trying to come at me at. Like, I don't understand. Like, do you just want to get violent? I mean, do you just want to get, because you can come get violent towards me if you want. My address is posted on the store website. Like, I'm here every day. If you want to get violent, I'm here. You can, make the first shot count. But outside of that, shut the fuck up, you fucking idiots. I swear to God. What a great way to start the show.
Thanks for writing in.
Thanks for your question, you cocksucker.
Keep them coming. Keep them coming.
Oh, my God. And people say, my vote doesn't count. Well, then don't vote. Then don't vote. I don't know what you want me to tell you. Then don't vote. I mean, what do you want me to say here? Don't vote. I mean, what are the? I mean, unless you're planning on getting violent, I still believe in the system. I think the system can be fixed. I think there's a lot that needs work. Texas is doing their best. Florida's doing their best. Other states are getting involved in this, trying to do their best to clean this shit up, to prevent it.
All these states need to do their own election integrity checks.
So I'm not sure what you're wanting me to fucking do and say here, but like, Jesus Christ. Oh, man.
It really does start locally.
It does, absolutely. You're 100% right, yeah.
You got to elect the right people around your city and town. Otherwise,
well, I think now people are starting to understand the importance of Congress and electing. Like, I would say even Congress is more important than the presidency. Like, voting for your congressional representatives, that's way more important than the presidency. You need people there that can represent your values, what you believe in. Because right now we have a Congress. I mean, we don't have the majority. And if you knew how government worked, you wouldn't be asking me such stupid fucking questions. If you don't have the majority in the House and the Senate, like, I don't know what you want me to do. It's like, well, how can we fight back? It's called democracy. And if you lose, you don't fight back. You just try and get the overwhelming majority next time. I don't know what you want me to tell you.
Yeah, if you can move out of these blue states, move out of them. Move to a red state. That's how you do it.
No, but that means we have to do personal accountability, and then they themselves have to actually do something versus pointing the finger and say, "What are you doing?" Like, we're actually doing a lot.
If more people are moving to Texas from California that are Republicans or conservative or libertarian, I mean, that's just the population grows, and then
leave the states you're in. Like, if it's like California, it's not gonna. You don't see any way to salvage it. Like, it's burnt. No pun intended. Leave. Like, I don't know what you want me to do or what you want me to say here. What are you doing? I'm trying to change minds and offer differences of a perspective, or perspectives rather. So I'm not really sure what else you want. You want me to like grab my gun and go storm the Capitol? Is that what you're wanting me to do? Because then that's not going to do anything to change anything. I don't like. What do these fucking morons want from me? I don't know. Oh well. Anyway, January 6th versus September 8th. Hey, speak of the devil. There you go, Joshua Light, or whatever your fucking name is. There you go. January 6th versus September 18th. How law enforcement hopes to prevent another riot. A new fence. Oh, by the way, for those that didn't know, there's a rally apparently coming up. It's like a pro-Trump rally in D.C., and the fences around the Capitol are back up. They got the fences at the Capitol. Man, right now, you've got Biden censoring the border. They won't let drones fly over. They won't let any media check it out.
Did you see Ted Cruz's Instagram feed? Yeah, he was like, there's 10,800 and some illegal aliens just gathered there underneath that bridge.
Yeah, that bridge, yeah. And that's one of the articles we're going to cover, but it's like the hypocrisy of this is blowing my mind. Like, we can have fences around the Capitol to prevent potential violence, but you can't have fences at the border to prevent potential sex trafficking, drugs, human trafficking,
spread of COVID
from countries that don't have access to vaccinations that protect you, like you so-called Americans believe in. That, I mean, that's weird, very weird.
Looks like cattle down there, just fenced in, herding cattle over there.
Yeah, they have them like all under an overpass in southern Texas, and it's hot down there. So, a new fence, an information sharing alert, and ramped up airport security are just a few of the ways law enforcement is preparing to prevent another deadly incident. Oh my God. This is coming from CNN Politics, so mind you, it's the end of the world in their eyes. Another deadly insurrection ahead of Saturday's rally aimed at showing support for those arrested on January 6th. Wait, what? Like, you... What? Okay, so you're having a rally to show support of those that were arrested on January 6th? Okay, all right. Criticisms of the security failures around the U.S. Capitol riot last winter has loomed large in the minds of federal officials and law enforcement partners ahead of Saturday's right-wing rally, resulting in a concerted effort to avoid the mistakes of 8 months ago. Oh my God! Like, Helen Keller could have seen the blunders in the security on like January 6th. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, Roger, we have 3 cops at the front, so I'm not sure, and we have like well over 1 million people here, so I don't know what you want us to do, Mr. President. Like, they make it sound like it's like, okay, we're gonna fix what we messed up last time. You mean literally everything? You mean literally everything that you fucked up last time? After the deadly day of January, so deadly. More people died in Chicago this weekend than on January 6th, but I don't see the press going after fucking Lightfoot on that. Where's CNN on this one? Like, there's more people dying from gunshot wounds and stuff like that in Chicago on a weekend basis than January 6th.
They refuse to cover it.
Of course not. Because you got a black mayor, you got a predominantly black city. Why are they going to touch that? Fuck no. They're not going to touch that. God, no. And this is why our podcast is so amazing. This time, officials are preparing for the worst and erring on the side of caution. Unlike on January 6th, officers are well aware of the threats related to Saturday's event, which is expected to be a much smaller gathering with some spreading the false narrative that federal agencies will use the rally as an opportunity to arrest attendees. The Department of Homeland Security issued a warning Thursday about the potential for violence from people involved or opposed to the Justice for J6 rally. Officials have taken steps to ensure there will be a significant security presence and additional help will be on standby, with the D.C. National Guard ready to provide assistance in case of an emergency. A source familiar with the security conversations around the event told CNN. This is a marked shift from what occurred on January. Okay, this is just regurgitating the same bullshit over and over. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, hey, we're taking it seriously this time. It's like, okay, whatever. Too little, too late. Like, I don't. I kind of feel the same way about Greg Abbott. It's like he's doing all these things. It's like, bro, where were you like for the last 3 fucking years? Come re-election season, then shit starts getting done. Really, and that's why I don't really have any confidence in Greg Abbott. I'm hoping Alan West will go in there and like do good things, but I'm sorry, like you had 3 years of your thumb up your ass, or 2 years, whatever, and now all this shit is getting done. Like, bro, too little, too late. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I'd just like to see what someone that doesn't hesitate on these types of things does.
Yeah, absolutely.
I honestly don't think Alan West would have shut Texas down. I think it would have just kept going like Kristi Noem.
Mm-hmm. You think so?
I think he would have.
I don't know.
And I don't think he would have let those riots downtown. That wouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
I think he would have been extremely hard on that.
Wow.
But yeah, I just think he would be more proactive.
And what about the deadly BLM riots?
Yeah.
What about those? No, nothing for that. Okay.
I mean, burned down Dallas.
Yeah.
Literally for how many weeks did that go on?
Places across the country.
Yeah.
Burning businesses, and I mean, in all fairness, those who were burning those businesses deserve to be shot in the head. I mean, you start committing arson towards somebody's business, they have every right to like blow your fucking head off, which they should. We need more rooftop Koreans. That's what we need. More rooftop Koreans. Freaking, canyoning people's fucking foreheads with, 9mm and shit when you're out there trying to loot and burn and commit violent acts in the name of freedom and oppression. My people are oppressed, so I'm going to rob you of your shoes.
And the majority of these businesses that they were burning down, Dover and Deep Ellum, were black-owned businesses.
Yes, absolutely. It's nothing like fucking white self-hating liberals to go out there and represent the black voice in the community by burning down black businesses.
Yep.
If liberals were just not so hypocritical, like I don't know how you wake up and you tie your shoes in the morning without contradicting yourself at least 20 times. I just don't get the inconsistencies in your values. I really don't.
It's a damn shame.
It's a damn shame. Miley defends China.
Really?
I know. I'm reading this and I'm like, well, of course he is. Yeah, what? Miley defends China calls as perfectly within scope of job.
He said it was a perfect phone call.
It was perfectly okay calling China.
It's a perfect phone call.
It's part of my job.
It was beautiful.
It's part of my job as a general. General Mark Miley's calls to China were an assurance that the U.S. has no plans to attack. Oh, that's not your job, General. That's not your job to reassure our allies. Your job was to listen to what the president has to say. And your president at the time was Donald Trump. Like, imagine the audacity of this dude to take that type of, like, that right there is true authoritarian beliefs. That's like, it's my job to go out here and warn China if we're going to possibly attack. No. But you know whose job that would have been? Benedict Arnold, maybe? I don't know. Kind of. Yeah. And again, that's assuming that he actually warned China. I still don't know on that. The top U.S. military officer said Friday that calls he made to his Chinese counterpart in the final stormy months of Donald Trump's presidency were perfectly within the duties and responsibilities of his job. In his first public comments on the conversations, General Mark Miley said such calls are routine and were done to reassure both allies and adversaries. Wait, what?
Was that same leniency? Did Flynn have that same type of General Flynn.
What about Mattis? Like, what would Mattis feel about that? As much as I don't like Mattis, I wonder what he would say about that.
I don't know, but General Flynn had to go through a giant trial and almost spent time in jail, and it bankrupted him for that whole Russian collusion thing.
Yep.
So,
but this dude,
tell me about it again.
He's protected. He's protected. He's a protected suit, political bond. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the state of our military. This is the current state of the United States Army. We have a general right now that is under high suspicion of treason. Now, whether or not it's justified, I don't know. I mean, I think this, at minimum, this douchebag should resign. I think he's a piece of shit. And then we have the Sergeant Major of the Army. And I want to read you something from the good old Sergeant Major, good old Smudge. He posts on his Instagram, and me and the Sergeant Major, we go round and round. You know, actually, it's more like me, like bitch slapping the dude because he's a fucking idiot. He's just, oh my god. You can clearly see the difference between corporate leadership and then combat leadership with myself, because I would just go in there and just dick stamp a lot of motherfuckers and be like, no, bad.
Saw a little bit of that yesterday.
Damn right. Wait, what? The Sergeant Major posts, he says, Army announces implementation of mandatory vaccines for soldiers. So the Sergeant Major goes on, today the U.S. Army issued the execution order in support of the lawful order to vaccine our force. I encourage leaders to continue to engage their soldiers on the topic. I love how they paint this optic as if I encourage you to continue the dialogue with your subordinates to convince them to get this vaccine. But by the way, we're going to totally force it on you, so it really doesn't matter. This is consistent with the Department of Defense requirement to use preventative measures to address the potential health risks. We've had more people die of suicide in the military than of COVID. Damn, I wish you would take an active approach as much as you do COVID to military suicide and toxic leadership. That would be nice. I mean, maybe it's just me, Sergeant Major. I don't know. Maybe it's because you've got your ducks out of line. Your priorities are straight shit. The Afghanistan war is over. Now you've got a lot of peacetime Army garrison to unfuck what's been fucked for the last 20 years. Now is your opportunity to do that. But this is your priority. I believe accountability starts with leaders. Really? Really? You cannot lead soldiers by disobeying lawful orders. Sergeant Major, there's a difference between a lawful order and an unlawful order. There is. You just don't know the difference. He's one of these types that will blindly follow, and this is the same type that will come take your gun. He will come and take yours like, I'm just following orders. No, you're not. You're not just following orders when you're loading them up on the train cars and waving goodbye. That's not just following orders, and that's not an excuse. That will not fly in today's nation. That won't. And Sergeant Major, you've got the eyes of the world looking at you, and much less the veteran community. Commanders, first sergeants, command sergeant majors, and those in CSL positions not pending exemption will be suspended from their positions and face a relief for cause if they don't choose to get the vaccine. Soldiers who refuse the vaccine order will face appropriate administrative action to include a request for a general officer memorandum of reprimand, which is basically a GOMAR. It's a career ender if you hit E7, or you'll never hit E7. All cases will be reviewed on an individual basis. Yeah, bullshit. Of a fighting force of over, 500, 600,000? I doubt that. Continued refusal to follow this order could include additional adverse measures such as non-judicial and judicial punishment and separation from service. Dude, fuck the Army. I'll say it. Fuck the Army, man. Fuck all of y'all. Get the fuck out. Why are you going to stay into this corrupted organization? It's not patriotic anymore. I'm sorry. I'm going to speak my mind on this. To serve the Biden administration is not patriotic. You're not serving the country anymore. You're serving the needs of a shitty administration. And you have political clowns in uniform passing themselves off as soldiers, bending the knee, not standing up to what's right for freedom and the Constitution. You have these fucking clowns. Get out, ladies and gentlemen. Hit them where it hurts in the numbers. Those that are in right now, I'm telling you, my message box has been blowing up nonstop from people like, what do I do? It's going to come down to where you are going to be separated. But fuck them. And people said, what about getting hired on at jobs with a dishonorable discharge? I'm pretty sure once you explain to your boss or your potential boss, if somebody came in to interview with us, hey, I have a dishonorable discharge. I was like, what happened? It's I refuse a vaccine. I'll hire you. Mm-hmm. I would hire you in a heartbeat. And there's a lot of businesses out there that do the exact same. All leaders should consult the exhort for full guidance. Our goal is not to punish soldiers. Really? Because it sounds... In the paragraph right before that, it basically says you're going to take judicial and non-judicial actions as well as separation to punish those that don't get the vaccine, you stupid fuck. This dude is a fucking idiot. You listen to his speeches, you listen to this clown fucking talk, and you can clearly tell this guy was he probably never even saw combat. By embodying the Army values of duty and selfless service, I know you will put the health and safety of your team first. What about your own health and safety? Mm-hmm. What about that, Sergeant Major? What a fucking joke. What a joke. So I called him out. I said, where's your comments for the administration? Okay, so for those who don't know, Sergeant Major of the Army went after Tucker Carlson. When Tucker Carlson, like a few months ago, made the comments regarding women in flight suits, hair standards, pregnancy, and he got a few things wrong and he got a few things right. Where Tucker was right was he talked about how the Army has become very effeminate, feminized men. It's true. You're seeing it now. PT standards have dropped. Women are, like, I think the new PT test they did, like 65% of the female force is failing it. You've got a very fat and out of shape Army right now. These are facts, ladies and gentlemen. Suicides through the fucking roof. And yet, the Sergeant Major, when he's, holding dicks right next to him with other liberal generals, going after Tucker Carlson or these, anything that's left of or right of CNN, they're going after full boner erect, going straight at him. You'll speak your mind. You'll go on CNN in uniform, might I add, violating DOD directives. You violated that, but nothing happened. This is where we're at. We have a lack of accountability, and it's across the board. And that's why people have no faith in the government and no faith in the military. And so I asked Sergeant Major, I was like, where's your comments for the administration abandoning Americans in Afghanistan? You grabbed your berries to go after Tucker for his words, but say nothing when the Army values are violated by this administration. You're a joke. Here's how the Sergeant Major responds. He says, thanks for the comments, Mr. Burke. And he spells it B-U-R-K-E. It's actually B-U-R-K, Smadge. It's literally, you know my name. You know who I am. We've went back and forth many different times, and I bitch slapped you each fucking time. Like, Sergeant Major, here, let me, oh my God, Sergeant Major, let me give you a tidbit of advice, okay? Anybody that's watching this show, and I know I have a lot of people that actually watch my show that are high up in the echelons because they message me about shit all the time. It's where I get a lot of my information from. Sergeant Major, here's a tip when it comes to dealing with people like me. Don't acknowledge me. And the reason I'm saying that, I'm giving you the cheats right here, is because I'm smarter than you. And I have balls. And those balls are not tied to any administration or political leader. I can speak my fucking mind without fear of reprisal, unlike you. You're going to lose no matter which way you come at me with, Sergeant Major. You will. You will not beat me. We've went around this arena multiple times, and each time I've basically just skull-fucked you in front of the entire force. Your soldiers have lost faith in you. When they see someone like me come in there and just destroying you, they lose all faith in you. You have no combat leadership, none. He says, thanks for the comments, Mr. Burke. Which Army values are you referring to? Okay, Sergeant Major. Loyalty, duty, respect, selfless service, honor, integrity, personal courage. Those are the leadership values, okay? When you leave Americans behind in Afghanistan, are you now just following orders of the administration that fucked this all up? Loyalty. Loyalty to whom, exactly? To one another? Loyalty to the POTUS? Loyalty to fellow Americans that you enlist to defend by representing and defending the Constitution? Duty, it's your duty to protect those that aren't able to protect themselves that are of your same nationality. Respect, what about self-respect? Honor, you have none. Integrity, none. Personal courage, fuck out of here, Sergeant Major. You have personal courage when it's in keeping with your leftist overlords, but that's about it. You will not go against the system. You won't buck the system because you're too much of a fucking coward. You do not embody the Army values. You're an empty suit. You should take the fucking suit off because you're a disgrace. What values are you referring to? Soldiers execute the orders given by our elected and appointed leaders unless it's unlawful. We got AC people working on the roof this morning. Speaking up for our soldiers, loyalty, respect, being unfairly targeted by opinion program is not exactly an equal comparison. Are you fucking serious, Sergeant Major? Speaking up for our soldiers, loyalty, respect, being unfairly targeted by opinion programs is not exactly an equal comparison. That is 100% an equal comparison. It's a show point of your hypocrisy. Speaking up for our soldiers, Sergeant Major, that's not your job to combat the press. That's not your job. The battalion Sergeant Major is the senior enlisted advisor to the fucking battalion commander. Your job is not to combat the press. Your job is to make sure that your fucking juniors are being trained. Your job is to look over and supervise. It's not to open your cock sheet to the fucking likes of Tucker. That's not your job. So yes, that is 100% a fair comparison. This vaccine has proven to help prevent serious side effects of the virus. And really? So you're a virologist now. You know this for a fact. There is no negative side effects. You can prove this. You're making a very bold statement there, Sergeant Major. You can prove that. Okay, so let's look at the science of those that are surviving COVID versus those that are not. I appreciate what you do and the community you provide our soldiers. Thanks for continuing to being a leading voice for veterans. Sergeant Major, look, I don't need you to suck my dick. I don't need that. It's just not needed. I don't need a fluffer for this porn. I can fuck you dry and it's perfectly fine. I don't need you sucking my dick to get it nice and lubed up for you. You are a disgrace. You are a disgrace to that fucking uniform. You're a piece of shit. And you're a coward, quite honestly. And I'm willing to bet that you were probably a coward in combat as well. Based upon your actions here, in the face of adversity, in the face of standing up for what's right, in the face of standing up for your troopers, I'm betting that you were a fucking coward in combat as well. You were a yes man then because you're a yes man now. And all it's for really is basically you to keep your job. That's all it really is. So all you soldiers out there that are watching and listening, that listen to this podcast, share the podcast. Let Sergeant Major hear my voice. Listen to somebody that you have no control over there, Smadge. None. And you're not going to shut me up. I think you're a fucking clown and a joke. You and Miley both. SecDef Austin, a black supremacist. Miley over there with his fucking white rage. And you over there with your fucking, oh, leadership. It's leadership. I just imagine you sound like Officer Droopy. My name is Sergeant Major Greenston, and we're going to stand up for the Army values as long as it coincides with our political narrative. You joke. All a bunch of fucking jokes. Good Lord. I said it before. I would literally remove my left nut with a rusty spoon if we could have a few more General Pattons to tell the branch, like, fuck off. Mm-hmm. Fuck off. What a bunch of cocksuckers. I mean, it's sad. I mean, it's fucking sad. But that's where we're at, ladies and gentlemen. In his first public comments on the conversation, General Mark Miley said such calls are routine and were done to reassure both allies and adversaries in this case, in order to ensure strategic stability. That's not, you don't get to make that call. Like, that's like, wow, you're taking on a lot of responsibility that you are there to be a mouthpiece for the president. The chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff spoke to the Associated Press and another reporter traveling with him to Europe. That's why your boss came out and said, you need to resign. Like, you were never authorized to say that. Or, excuse me, other fucking retired generals. Miley has been at the center of a firestorm amid reports. He made 2 calls to General Li Zuoxing of People's Liberation Army to assure him, like, wow, you mean all the stuff that came out about Trump and the supposed Russian hoax collusion, we're seeing right now, like, the Biden administration is in bed with China.
It's disgusting. It's whatever they're accusing anybody else of, that's what they're doing themselves. If you haven't figured that out by now, then you
whatever they're screaming about the loudest, that's what they're doing.
Yeah. Yep. That's exactly what's going on.
Descriptions of calls made last October and in January were first aired in excerpts from the forthcoming book Peril. Now, again, that's not proven. These are 2 writers trying to do a hit piece. Keep that in mind. But Miley has conceded that he did make the calls. Now, what was said in those calls definitely are crucial, but the fact that he made the calls in the first place was wrong. He should resign. He should resign. Now, if it's come to find out, then they investigate and what he actually said, and he said, hey, if we are going to preemptively attack, we'll warn you. That's treasonous. You're literally putting somebody else's country before your own. That's treason. That dude should be lined up against the wall and shot. But we won't do it because we have a weak administration. That's what we need in America right now. We need more violence. That's what we need. We need criminals to actually be afraid to break the law again, but we don't because we've gone so fucking soft because everybody and their mama gets their nipples riled up and is like, oh my God, we should treat pedophiles with the same human right. Fuck them. Why don't we have the old school Americans like, oh, you're a pedophile? Cool, come with me behind the barn. I got something to show you.
Do you think
Look at the grass.
Do you think we'll see anybody in the military leadership stand up for?
Oh yeah,
right?
there have actually been a lot. There have been like a few colonels that, like, I think the one colonel, I forget his name, Schulter, basically was at like 17 or 18 years, resigned. Marine Corps said, nope, done. There's been a lot. The press isn't covering them though.
But what about in the people who are active right now that can stand up and make their voices known?
They're getting out. There's a lot of
that's just what happens. They leave. They can't do anything inside the the machine.
Nope. That's what sucks. The only way to get them is to fucking get out. And I would. Can you imagine serving this administration? Like, your commander in chief is Joe Biden, Dementia 101. You have General Miley. You've got a Secretary of Defense who's a black supremacist that is pushing this critical race theory bullshit subtly. You've got the Sergeant Major of the Army that's just a yes man, and then presumes to go in there and talking about training and leading our soldiers and Army values and all this other leadership bullshit they espouse. Guys that served time in fucking Iraq and Afghanistan come back and they just bend the fucking knee. That right there tells you, ladies and gentlemen, this military is a joke. It's a fucking joke. I don't give a fuck who I offend with that. Like, to sit there and say that, oh, it's patriotic to serve the Biden administration. Really? I don't think that. I mean, I thank the troops for what they're doing. Don't get me wrong, but the act of going in to enlist to serve Biden, hell no. Sometimes patriotism is acting in defiance of, especially with that which is wrong, and this is wrong. So to the soldiers, sailors, airmen, and marine, and even Coast Guard, yeah, you're included on this one. It's one rare time that you get to play with the big boys. If you get out, that's what's going to hurt them. Because it's what a lot of people don't realize. You need to understand the power that you as an individual have. Just to send somebody from recruiting to basic training usually costs the Army, I think, something like $250,000 to $500,000. From food, clothing, equipment, training, all that shit. They invest a lot of money into you. When you leave early, that hurts. That's a wasted investment. So if a lot of you that are, and also specialty training is even more, like you go into a job, say for like nuclear or aviation or mechanics or something like that has a real hardcore specialty, that's more training. Like you're going to take those skills and you're going to leave. You're going to cripple the Army. Good. Fuck them. Make them bend the knee to you. So if enough people stand up saying, "Nah, I'm getting out," the Army's fucked. The recruit, and nobody wants to enlist. People realize what's going on. The Gen Z generation is like, "Oh, wait a minute. Like, this ain't what I thought it was." They're not wanting to list. Recruitment numbers are like shit right now.
Who's going to want to get stuck in a 20-year war?
Bingo.
Not me.
And they also understand
that
my
kids do it.
If you're wanting to enlist, you're going to get the jab.
Yeah.
If you enlist, you're getting the jab. Know that. So we're going to see the separation of a lot of people. The press won't cover it. I've already spoken with dozens upon dozens of people in my DMs like, "Hey, John, I'm getting out." Hey. I'm talking about people that have already passed their 10-year mark. One woman was saying her husband's at 18.7. That 0.7 was kind of funny because she's like, they're really counting the months at that one. It's like, we're almost there. I mean, you do 20 years. You do 20 years in the military. That's commendable. That is commendable.
Yeah,
that's hard. Like it's that shit puts years on your body. But people are getting out, and they're gonna say fuck it, and I don't blame them one bit. And kudos to them. Kudos to them.
It'd be nice to see some of those people run for some government office, on the local level.
I mean, just for standing for what you believe in doesn't, by virtue of doing that, make you a good leader.
I think people who go into the military, you develop some really good skills as far as...
absolutely, yeah.
Not everybody's an asshole that's in there.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, so I think the people that go in wanting to serve their country and their fellow countrymen. So I think having those types of people in leadership roles around the communities, we're better suited with that type of leadership rather than just some fucking Karen who has a beef on Facebook.
A military Karen.
Yeah, who wants everybody to wear a mask.
I think there's a lot of skills you can develop in the military. I mean, we can also delve into the conversation of what kind of skills do you develop in a peacetime army versus a wartime army. Because I only served in a peacetime army for 1 year. I don't even remember what that was like. That was before the invasion of Iraq kicked off back in 2003. So my whole service was all wartime. So I don't remember what it was like in a peacetime army. I know it's boring as fuck. Your incidents stateside go way up. Drinking and driving goes way up. All that shit goes way up. Because unless you're training, you're in the barracks with nothing to do. And versus like training for deployments, things such as that. But
you're still not training when you're...
No, you are. But it's just like when you're going on deployment, you're training up to that deployment. So you're constantly, like in the 101st, you're in the back 40, field problems all the fucking time. So you don't have a lot of time to just kind of sit there. And this is what other people don't also realize. Like in the infantry, unless you're training or deployed, there's nothing to do. You're in your room playing video games. And that, that was a big recruitment tool for me. It's like, wait a minute, are you telling me that like if we're not training and there's nothing to do, we're in our room playing video games? Like, yeah, pretty much. It's like you can only do hip pocket training so much before it's like, okay, this has been worn out versus we're going to the field now. It's like, okay, well, I'm stuck out there, so we're going to train. But yeah, a lot of it's just sitting on your thumb. That's all it really is. And that's what sucks about it. But it's part of the game. That's why the whole hurry up and wait thing came about. Like you're hurrying and waiting for like the end of day formation, but there's nothing to do all day. But then right before end of day, it's like, oh, battalion just came down, said we need this, and done. It's going to be like a 2 or 3 hour detail. Like, motherfucker. So we could have done this earlier in the day. So... But that's where General Miley is. Miley's doing Miley. Miley's being Miley. Maskless San Francisco mayor breaks health order, seen partying with BLM co-founder at nightclub.
What?
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. You gotta love this. You've just got San Francisco Mayor London Breed was seen partying and singing maskless in a nightclub with Black Lives Matter co-founder, breaking her city's mask mandate. And there's pictures of this. There's pictures. I mean, this is a flagrant disregard for the own policies they supposedly support. And you're out there partying with a fucking BLM co-founder, a known Marxist. Are you serious? Somebody that's wasted how much money? How much money? Like, oh my God. It's in your face, ladies. Like, how can you sit there and defend this anymore? Like, how? How can any Democrat, because I'm pretty sure I could like tune into a lot of Twitch political streamers and they'll figure out some way of defending this. They will figure out some way of like just being a slippery little subtle snake and defending this. She's been very clear that everybody needs to do their part. We're not out of the woods. San Francisco's rules have been very restrictive, and I don't see her playing her part in that photo, said Danielle Rapkin, CrossFit Golden Gate gym owner, according to NBC Bay Area. Looking at the photo right now, it's tweeted out by Matthew Foldy. It says San Francisco Mayor London Breed partied maskless indoors with Black Lives Matter activists. Do any Democrats actually obey their own mask mandates? No, but that's the rich elites. We saw it with AOC and the Gala. We see it with all those people that were wearing masks, holding their dresses and shit like that. You see that. Like, it's clear as day. You can't ignore this anymore, Democrats. You can't ignore this. To sit there and just accept this as being like, okay, well, you know what? I agree with what they say, so I'm just going to turn a blind eye to their hypocrisies. I understand why socialism comes about when you have shit like this. I get it. I don't agree with it, but I understand why people are kind of like, fuck the rich, fuck to eat the rich. And then the rich are doing this, and the Democrats like, well, I'm not going to look at that. Like, it's AOC, so I don't say anything about that. But if it's Republican rich people, oh, then you have the problem. Then there's an issue. But if Democrats are doing it like, well, it's okay. She's black. We're going to let her off the hook. She's probably oppressed. She's a minority. She probably had like racist, upbringing from white people trying to discriminate, yada, yada, yada. You just, oh, horrible, horrible, poor her. Can't say anything bad about that. Because if you do, well, then you're a racist, goddammit. Reparations. I want reparations while I'm partying with a BLM co-founder made millions of dollars off of black injustices. But I'm here to represent you. This is where we're at.
Vote Biden.
Vote Biden. Mr. Child Sniffer himself. Sniffing little black kids. It's fucking ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous. It's insane to me. It's nuts. And then, you've got, you have Mary Care Mendoza, another blue check on Twitter. I chose to go to SF Black Cat last night for my first indoor concert since the pandemic, and this happened. And you look at it, and it's people they're doing getting like bottle service and shit, and sure enough, there's the mayor. The Black Cat Nightclub's Instagram page had posted and then deleted a photo, and then there's your admission of guilt. Then you're wrong. Then you're wrong. If they're deleting photos, like, oh, yep, you got them. You got them. Almost like, it's kind of like when they came out and said, ladies and gentlemen, Osama bin Laden, we got him. It's the same thing with these fucking hypocrite politicians and leaders. Like, ladies and gentlemen, they delete a photo. We got him. We got him. The Black Cat Nightclub's Instagram page had posted and then deleted a photo showing Breed smiling and partying with friends maskless on Wednesday evening. The San Francisco Chronicle reported she was accompanied by BLM co-founder Alicia Garza and singer Raphael Sadiq. Videos and photos of Breed in the jazz club, however, continued to circulate on social media and show other people in the club were also maskless. You don't say.
Well,
you don't say.
How else are you supposed to get that cocaine up your nose?
Oh my God. I mean, it's the truth. It's the fucking truth. Go figure. They're out there partying with the BLM co-founder. What a joke.
Living the dream.
Living the dream.
Just living the dream.
Meanwhile, you other peasants, you're going to wear your masks. We're going to force the jab. And if you don't get the jab, you're not going to have access to society.
Groceries.
No groceries, no job. But we're going to be out here fucking partying in this nightclub, no mask, doing our part. On your money, no less. On your money.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
I'd like to see that credit card bill.
Oh, my Jesus. There were drinks and cocktails spotted on a table. No, let me clarify real quick. I'm actually not against them doing this.
No.
I fully support that.
Hey.
Go out and party, but at the same time, don't sit there and tell your constituency and your voters, you can't. You have to wear a mask. You can't do this. You can't. And then you turn around and do it. I am all for going out there and doing whatever the fuck you want. Freedom.
Yep.
Freedom, baby. Freedom.
Yep.
There were drinks and cocktails spotted on a table near Bree, but she was not actively drinking them while posing for photos and singing. She clearly feels like it's fine and safe to remove her mask, then let that be the rule for everybody, the gym owner added. You're not impervious to COVID any more than I am, so let the rules for you be the same as the rules for me. Bree told the Chronicle that she tests for COVID-19 often. At the end of the day, everyone who comes in here has to show proof of vaccination. That gives me a lot of reassurance. But didn't we already say that you could also be asymptomatic?
Yeah.
Like you could also not present symptoms and still have it? Oh, trust the science. Trust the science. And you're sitting here going like, wait, what? What? Trust the science? What fucking science are you referring to, you fucking troglodytes? Are you serious with this? I love how you deflect like this generic statement that you just continuously use. We're oppressed. Well, how? Well, we're oppressed anyway. Shut up, Whitey. You racist.
Racist.
You racist.
Put that
Well,
mask on.
I'd say, Alba, I get COVID tested quite often, and I feel very comfortable going to a club where vaccinations are required and tests are done. I follow the science, chap. The science where Fauci himself actually came out and said that you can still spread it, even with the vaccine. You can, oh my God.
Is she vaccinated?
I have no idea. Probably. I mean, she's a Democrat. They're all like dying to like get vaccinated. That's their thing. That's like their new badge of honor. It's like dumping their ALS ice bucket water on their head and they post about it.
Yeah.
All I see is like when people, post I got the vaccine. I just see like a retard going, I got the vaccine. Like, okay, whatever.
Right.
Good for you. I'm a sheep. I'm listening to the government.
Okay.
Do what you. And here's the thing, though. Like, realistic, I'm clowning a lot of people. You want to get the vaccine? Get the vaccine. Like, do what you want.
Yeah.
It's the freedom of choice that I support. You want to get the vaccine? Do your thing. But if you get that vaccine and years later down the road, there's like this class action lawsuit, like the Ear Pro for veterans. It's kind of like, hey, join the millions of people that were affected by the vaccination issued by the fucking CDC at the behest of the government when we weaponized that fucking branch of the government because we just wanted people to buy into big pharma ideas. Join our class action lawsuit. Well, hey, I mean, maybe you lost a child or maybe you can't see or your penis doesn't work anymore, but at least you can get $50 from the government. Yeah, good luck with that. We saw it with Agent Orange. We're seeing it with burn pits. We're seeing it with PTSD. We're seeing it with opioids. Mm-hmm. Tulsi Gabbard posted on her Instagram. I shared it. It was there's a new movie coming out with Michael Keaton, and you want to talk about like being tone deaf? Not her, but the people that are coming to the movie. It's basically talking about how OxyContin, and this is a true story. Like y'all need to watch this movie. It's about to come out. It's essentially how the drug and the FDA people like approved OxyContin, knowing full well the insane side effects and addictiveness to it. They knew.
There was some
and they released it
documentary
anyway.
on Netflix that was pretty gruesome. That
Cuties?
No, yeah. It was another great one by Netflix. No, it was basically doctors setting up offices and just writing prescriptions for OxyContin.
Yeah.
And handing them out like candy.
Well, Tulsi posted this. It's a really, I'll have to find it, ladies and gentlemen. It's a really, really interesting thing. I think it's got Rosario. I'm really, really surprised they're doing this, but it's got Rosario Dawson, a couple of other big names. But the fact they're releasing this movie like during COVID, it's like this kind of like undermines the narrative because it showcases like the FDA doesn't always get it right. Like Milton Friedman talked about this in regards to why some things are not allowed through and some things are. Like I highly encourage all of you to go watch Milton Friedman's abolishment of the FDA. Go watch the clip. It's like maybe 2 or 3 minutes long, and it's actually very good. A very well put thing. And essentially, for those that don't know it, it's basically saying that we don't need the FDA. You have enough people, and basically the FDA is a representative of another government arm coming in and infringing on your rights and your lives, much as it is doing now. And we're seeing that firsthand now, because essentially without the FDA, which we currently don't have as far as the approval for the COVID vaccine, or vaccines rather, some are approved, some are not apparently. But either way, even without the FDA approval, people are going to volunteer. Let them be the guinea pigs.
Yeah.
That's less government involvement, and people have the freedom to choose. Some people are like, I'm scared. I'm willing to take this. Like, okay, go forward and let's study you. We have like half of America is doing it right now.
That's what Austin Peterson said. He said he likes that stuff.
Absolutely.
I mean, me personally, I don't like getting flu shots.
Hell no.
I just don't care for them.
But you should have the freedom to do that. I mean, if you have the freedom to like chop your dick off and remove your balls and call yourself,
Yeah, if you want to do that, that's
whatever.
fine.
Yeah.
Don't try to teach my kid about it.
100%.
Because I will come after you.
I'm going to come after you. I'm going to suck your dick. I mean, I'm going to kick you in the dick. My damn, sorry. I was thinking of the Sergeant Major of the Army. My bad. Thank you for speaking out and creating a community for veterans. I'm probably one of the most hated veterans there are. I'm an asshole, and I know it. I acknowledge this. So when people are like, oh, my God, John Burke's a bro vet. Yes, I am. And I'm the first. I'm the OG. But damn, you'll come suck my dick when you want me to share your GoFundMe. I'm not gonna go down that rabbit hole. I won't. AOC, who, by the way, is not at the border. She's at the Met Gala doing that thing. Where's those tears? Has she been listening to fucking The Weeknd? Save your tears for not at the border.
She dried them up with $100 bills.
Oh, my God. Oh, she's so bad. Oh, who wants to go party? Oh, my God.
Tax the rich.
Tax the rich.
Rich people. Where's my limo?
AOC hit with second ethics complaint over Met Gala attendance. Oh, my God.
Gala.
I can't with this shit. I listened to the sound bites of when she was there and doing an interview, said, we just basically, like in her crazy eyes, like, we just wanted to represent people of color. Ah! Like doing whatever. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, people of color have no, like, representation of whatever. Then you got, like, Lil Nas X, whatever the dude, walking in with, like, a knight in shining armor. This guy's fucking batshit crazy. He is batshit fuck. This is culture, ladies and gentlemen. This is our culture. These fucking Hollywood's elites are just so out of touch. Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez was hit Thursday with another ethics complaint over her attendance at Monday night's Met Gala, with a second conservative watchdog group claiming she violated House rules on accepting gifts. The complaint, and here's where it gets really good. Like, I read this article earlier, and here's where it's just so fucking perfect. The complaint from the National Legal and Policy Center, the NLPC, to the Office of Congressional Ethics alleged that Ocasio-Cortez improperly accepted tickets from a table sponsor for herself and her boyfriend. So you didn't pay for them, you just took them. Like, they gave you free shit and you took it.
Yep.
Didn't even pay your way into it.
Sounds like a bribe.
House rules allow members to take free tickets to charity events directly from the event organizers. And the Post reported Tuesday that AOC and boyfriend Riley Roberts were directly invited by the Metropolitan Museum of Art. However, the NLPC argued that it is the table sponsor who is gifting or underwriting a coveted seat to AOC at the gala. So essentially, they said, hey, you can come, but somebody that sponsored an individual table gave her the tickets, which, again, you can't do that. That's accepting gifts. And if the table where AOC sat was one paid for of the corporations attending the event, such as Instagram or Facebook, AOC has received a prohibited gift from the corporation that also lobbies Congress. Yes, that is illegal. That is illegal. Complaint further alleged that the borrowed white brother Velas gown worn by AOC, which featured the words tax the rich, scrawled on the back in red lettering, constituted an impermissible gift because it was directly related to AOC's position within the House as highly visible and controversial member. If AOC had not been a member, she would not have been invited to the gala, the document read. And if she would have been invited as a private citizen, the designer would not have made a special dress for her to wear at the event. And he's 100% right. So what I'm gathering here is that AOC didn't pay for anything.
Nothing.
She had the dress gifted. She had the table tickets gifted. She didn't pay for anything. Therefore, they were utilizing her for her position in Congress. The NLPC also claimed that the second-term lawmaker may have violated House rules by accepting related gifts before, during, or after the event, including limousine service, the use of the Carlisle Hotel, professional hair and makeup services, and any other related services or goods. The Office of Congressional Ethics can refer complaints to the House Ethics Committee for further review. Ocasio-Cortez's appearance at the Met Gala, where individual tickets cost $35,000 and tables started at $200,000, prompted scorn and criticism from all sides of the political spectrum. Ladies and gentlemen, listen to me. When both sides are coming at you, you fucked up. It's almost a 9 times out of 10 you are wrong.
Do you think her handlers, because I think we can all agree that she's just an idiot, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, 100%.
Like, brainless. So the people handling her, do you think they thought about that before they sent her in there?
I think that they think they're untouchable. I really do. I think that they are untouchable because of their status on social media, their status in their party.
Because she doesn't know what she's talking about.
No,
you
she
can listen
doesn't.
to any interview.
Yeah.
And Project Veritas really called her out there when that journalist went out there when she was walking to her car and he took a picture with her and he like asked her some questions and then all of a sudden her handler stepped in and like ushered her right into her limousine.
100%. Yeah.
So, so I'm like, did they think about that stuff?
I don't think they care, quite honestly. I think it's like
Maybe
a
you're
consideration, but I think that they are protected through intersectional politics, she can easily come back, and she's done this multiple times, by saying, oh, you're just going after a woman of color or a minority.
Right.
And people aren't going to touch that. That's what they're using. They're using this as leverage. And that's why I think people are like too afraid to speak up, because if you do, it's like, oh my God, well, I don't want to be accused of being a racist or this, that, and the other. Jones also claimed that Instagram was able to purchase access to Representative Ocasio-Cortez that is unavailable to average citizens by sponsoring a table at the gala. Meanwhile, Representative Michael Steele, Republican out of California, proposed that the greater accountability for lawmakers for Americans, or the Gala Act, which would require lawmakers to disclose their participation in charity events where the ticket exceeds a value of $1,000. Even the Congresswoman's little brother, Gabriel, was forced to defend his sibling from left-wing criticism on Instagram at one point, dismissing them as fucking corny. Yes, 100%, because when people say, hey, you're violating law and doing the wrong thing, then you're just fucking corny. Okay, that makes perfect fucking sense. Like, that's just, that's crazy. That's crazy to me. Mm-hmm. So, I don't know. What the fuck is this Rastafarian dipshit saying in my fucking chat? Like, who are you? I think you were underestimating the effect of kids getting sick or spreading this. I'm not going to say I know everything and I agree with the need for personal freedom. I'm saying John Burke has to stop playing the victim card when they ask for proof of vaccine. Are you fucking retarded? Okay, number one, I'm banning you because you're a fucking moron. Get out. Bye. You're an idiot. Playing the victim card? Who the fuck are you? What victim card? I'm sorry, I didn't realize the Constitution also substituted as a victim card. I thought that was like, hey, we believe in freedom in this country, and saying proof of vaccination, go fuck yourself. That's a violation of my medical privacy. Suck my fucking dick. Suck my fucking dick.
Yeah, and if you're
victim
vaccinated,
card, get the fuck out of here, you moron.
If you're vaccinated, why do you need to worry about anybody else if they're vaccinated?
100%. If you're protected and you believe in these vaccines so much and masks, then what are you worried about? You fucking morons.
Mask work.
That's crazy
you have
to
to
me.
worry about it.
That is crazy to me. But these fucking moron leftists out there just sucking vaccine dick left and right. Like, do what you want, but don't sit there and come back and say, oh my God, you're playing the victim card when you say, hey, I don't want to be, I don't want to have to prove my vaccination status. No, I don't. I think half of you fucking leftists out there should have to prove like STD status when going into a dating scene. You should. I mean, you should. It's the same, right? I mean, because you could easily give me herpes and I don't know about it, so you should have proof of fucking STD vaccination or STD proof of tests. Mm-hmm. Oh, no, my body, my choice. Oh, okay. That's different then. Victim cards. Suck my fucking dick. You fucking morons. Here's the thing. You want to get vaccinated? If the vaccine works so much, then why are you scared? Why are you scared? Israel, up 300% in cases. Most vaccinated country. Maybe it's because your identity has been challenged because you simped for this so fucking much. You simped for this so fucking much. And now you find out that you were wrong. But you don't want to change sides because your identity is so aligned with leftist doctrine that when the science is actually showing that you're wrong, you won't accept that. Instead of like, oh my God, I wanna. That's crazy to me.
You're crazy.
You're crazy.
You're crazy, man.
You're fucking crazy. You're crazy. I'm sorry. I just don't like stupid people. I think they're fucking retarded. I really do. So. Then we got we got like a lot of leftist trolls in the chat. Katarina Knight says,
welcome.
She says, Sergeant Savage, you dumb keghead. This stream is a troll. Actually, no. This stream, like, my name is John Burke. You can Google me. And you're here now, and this is my show. And it's like across all social media with over 1 million followers. And I'm sorry that you don't like it. But here's the beautiful part about it. I'm not a peasant like you. I'm not an unknown. So, I've given you enough attention, so you can suck my dick. All right, sweetheart. Men are talking. Adios. Bye. Oh, my God. I bet she's ugly. She's probably fat and ugly, too. I guarantee she's probably fat and ugly. Ugh, they usually are. And they're lesbians. Probably has blue hair. Whatever. I'm sorry I ruined your vaccination party. I'm sorry that upset y'all enough. Whew. Whew. Biden's FAA places temporary ban on drones flying over bridge packed with illegal immigrants. All right, leftists. Leftists in the chat. Here you go. Here we go, leftists. Defend this one. I challenge you. Defend this one. Oh, man. Defend this. I dare you. Censorship. Lack of transparency has been from the beginning. Thousands of migrants are currently waiting underneath a Texas bridge to be processed. The Federal Aviation Administration has placed a 2-week fly restriction along the bridge at the southern border, inundated with thousands of illegal immigrants, which prevents reporters from flying drones to document the crisis. Why?
A spokesperson said because it would make us look bad.
100%. 100%.
We don't want people to see people gathered underneath the bridge who are not vaccinated and riddled with COVID.
You mean it's showing that my administration is like fucking horrible, a massive failure? Stuff like maybe that, maybe that. We've learned that the FAA just implemented a 2-week TFR, temporary flight restriction, over the international bridge in Del Rio, Texas, meaning we can no longer fly our Fox drone over it to show images of the thousands of migrants. FAA says special security reasons. Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Right.
Right. Okay. Yeah. What security reasons?
Russia.
We got Russians at the southern border.
We
got Taliban Mexicans with RPGs and burritos. We can't fly drones. We just don't know. We don't know what's over there.
They can be firing bazookas at us.
Is the bazooka illegal? I don't know. We got Juan Pablo down there. He's got the COVID, but he's not required to take a vaccination shot. Defend that, leftists, because you're retarded. You fucking moron. Defend that. Like, I fucking challenge you to defend that. You can't. Jen Psaki's up there. Yes, everyone has to be vaccinated. Miss Press Secretary. What about those at the border? Do they have to get vaccines? No. Okay, moving on. Like, whoa. Why don't they have to get it? Well, we'll circle back. The inconsistencies in this administration is insane to me. It's fucking insane.
It just leads me to believe that they just want to usher more people, like,
oh yeah, 100%.
Children across, sex workers,
children,
drugs.
Oh my God, yeah.
What else?
Hey, no, don't show it to the people. Don't let the people see what's going on in your country, ladies and gentlemen. We don't want that. I mean, I don't like the Biden administration should have learned by now. We've already fucked the pooch on this one. Just don't even worry about optics anymore. Like you're over. Biden ain't got a chance in 2024. I don't think Biden will run again. I don't think Biden's going to make it to 2024, honestly.
No. I'll be surprised if he makes it through the rest of this year.
This administration's toast.
I think that should be like a new thing.
When your poll ratings are like
let's bet.
Oh yeah, it's bad.
Let's bet on how far he's going to make it.
Fucking done. We have reached out to the FAA to ask for clarification on why this TFR was implemented. Milligan tweeted, "We haven't heard back yet. We'll update it when we do." The Border Patrol requested the temporary flight restrictions due to drones interfering with law enforcement flights on the border. Bullshit.
Okay.
Bullshit. The FAA said in a statement Thursday evening, as with any temporary flight restriction, media is able to call the FAA to make requests to operate in that area. Over 8,000 migrants are currently waiting underneath the international bridge in Del Rio, Texas, waiting to be apprehended and processed after we don't even have a border. They're coming across and they're getting in. Meanwhile, immigrants that are doing it the right way, that are paying their dues, that are waiting, doing the documentation, they're getting fucked. How is this right? How is this justified? All I got to do is cross the border and I'm in.
Yep.
And all you've done is just open the floodgates, and then those that are doing it the right way are saying, hey, this isn't going to work out for me. Fuck it, I'm running. I'm going across. This is all the Biden administration's doing. This is all they're doing. This is ridiculous. Shut the fucking border and use guns. When they try and come across the border, you pop them. You want a fucking secure border? Put some armed guards out there. Anyone trying to cross, you shoot them. Weird concept, I know, because if a wall ain't going to work, it's national defense. Like, stop playing nice with these people. Stop it. You wanted to protect America from coyotes and shit like that and sex trafficking? Shoot these motherfuckers. Not children. I'm not saying that.
No.
But you see people doing stuff like that, there are non-lethal means of popping these motherfuckers.
You just don't know who's trying to get these kids across.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's fucking ridiculous. I don't know.
Same hypocrites that were, what was it, 2018? Children in cages.
We don't care about that.
Nope.
No. We don't care about the kids in cages unless it's Republicans doing it. Now, Democrats.
Which was a picture from the Biden administration.
Right? Or the Obama administration.
Oh, yeah, the Obama administration.
That's funny to me. That's funny.
The same administration.
Over 8,000 migrants are currently waiting underneath the international bridge in Del Rio, Texas, waiting to be apprehended and processed after crossing the United States illegally. Sources tell Fox News that this situation is out of control and the Border Patrol is overwhelmed. It almost seemed like Trump was like really starting to get a handle on this. And then Biden comes in and we're going to undo everything he did because Trump's a xenophobe. And boom, you got a border crisis. Weird how that works.
I know. That's what happens when you put a dummy in charge.
Damn. How about that Biden administration? How about that Biden?
Big dummy. The whole administration.
You gotta love it. You gotta fucking love it.
That's what makes me think they just don't like America. Because why would you let all these people? So if you're for gun safety, right? If you're like more gun laws, if you're a leftist, you're for more gun laws and all this other stuff. You say, okay, if we could take one gun off of the street and save one life, then that's worth it, right? So if you're letting all these illegal immigrants across the, and let's say, 1% goes out and commits a crime, kills somebody. So if you can stop just about one murder, isn't it the same?
Would it be worth it?
Yeah, is it the same?
You would think that.
Apparently not.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to say a big thank you to a veteran-owned company. They sent us these T-shirts. This is they have some really great merchandise. It's Brotalion Foundation, Army Air Warrior Foundation. They sent us some shirts. I told you if you're a veteran-owned company, send me some stuff. I'll promote it on the streams, shouting out veteran-owned companies out there. I'm sorry, leftists. I know that probably offends you. Anything veteran-related or military, then God forbid. They have some really good shirts. This one says "slut" with a woman riding on a bomb. It's great. It's fucking wonderful. This is Brotalion. They even sent a koozie that said Brotalion, make Army Aviation great again. You can find them on Instagram. Check them out. Big thank you to them for doing that, sending us the stuff. The good quality shirts.
Yeah,
if you're into that
nice.
kind of thing, it
Nice.
looks really nice. Brotalion, thank you for this. Appreciate it. We got your product. Your shirts are great. Check them out on Instagram. I'm sorry if I got it wrong or I didn't do that. I also got your sticker hanging up back here. So if you send us your stuff, we'll start putting shit on our wall to represent you guys. I love you for what you do. Thank you for supporting the stream like that. And I hope it throws some love your way. Again, that is Brotalion. The aviation thing, it's pretty badass. Like, I like it. They had whoever designed that stuff is pretty good. It has like a
it's really good.
Has like a MASH feel to it.
Yeah, I like it.
It's pretty good. Rick Grinnell, FBI wasn't duped by Hillary-linked lawyer indicted in Durham probe. Now, this is what you were talking about earlier. You want to cover this one?
No, go ahead.
Okay. Grinnell claimed Russian investigation continued past 2016 because it helped Hillary Clinton. Former Director of National Intelligence Rick Grinnell said that the indictment of Perkins Coie attorney Michael Sussman by special counsel John Durham is an important development in the probe into the origins of the FBI's investigation into connections between the Trump campaign and Russia. But it's not necessarily key to the entire genesis of the Russian investigation. Grinnell, who also served as President Trump's ambassador to Germany, called the entire probe such a swamp situation and added that Sussman was simply one of the subjects of 63 transcripts released while he was DNI after Durham requested them. I hope that we have a lot of time to focus on these issues going forward. The media that pushed this, I don't believe that the FBI officials were duped by an outside lawyer working with Hillary Clinton who lied about his client. Grinnell, speaking to Fox News Primetime, said of Sussman, Michael Sussman, whoever he is, and whatever lie he told, we released this transcript. There is a treasure trove of information, people lying under oath. That's not even surprising. Like, you mean you committed perjury? What?
They did multiple times.
Le gasp. Like, oh no, are you serious? No, they would never. Perjury, like an oath, like you lied under oath. That's nothing. Like that. He's not lying. Why? Because he took it under oath. Oh, yeah, that's all.
Okay.
As Durham, a former Connecticut federal prosecutor, is investigating the origins of the Russian investigation, Grinnell advised that the original Russian probe continued past September of 2016, not because of some lawyer lying to the FBI about who he was working for, because the FBI leadership knew his information was wrong. They continued the investigation because it would help Hillary Clinton. This is not the first time we've seen recently the FBI be weaponized. This is not the first time recently we've seen the FBI fuck up massively. Now, I'm not saying they don't do some good out there, but Jesus. When you've got Simone Biles coming out there and there's hundreds of girls being sexually molested by one doctor and the FBI drops the ball, how fucking hard can it be? One dude's been accused of pedophilia. You go investigate. You take witness report. You do all that stuff. How do you drop the ball on that? Like, I honestly want to know, how do you drop the ball? What if it was your daughter and your gymnast coach was sexually assaulting her and you go to the police station, say, hey, this is happening. I've got proof, yada, yada, yada. And nothing comes of it.
Sorry, there's a garage door handle we got to go check out. We got to call about 50 agents in.
There's a black NASCAR driver that thinks somebody's being racist. Oh, my God. Here we go.
There's a pee-pee tape.
There's a pee-pee tape.
We're looking for.
I guess it also a coincidence that Hillary tweeted about it around the same time. Jake Sullivan signed off on that tweet. Now that's significant. As the Washington Examiner reported, Clinton tweeted that computer scientists have apparently uncovered a covert server linking the Trump organization to a Russian-based bank, later adding a statement from Sullivan. This could be the most direct link yet between Donald Trump and Moscow. This secret hotline may be the key to unlocking the mystery of Trump's ties to Russia. This line of communication may help explain Trump's bizarre adoration of Vladimir Putin, wrote Sullivan at the time, according to the outlet. Pete Hegseth told Jones that told that it is cases like this that explain why people don't trust lifetime bureaucrats like Sullivan or Dr. Anthony Fauci, who has served in government positions since the 1960s and is the nation's highest paid federal employee. The ones who were there in 2016 are the ones who are in the White House right now, Hoska said. Sussman's attorneys, Sean Berkowitz and Michael Bosworth, said in a statement Thursday that their client was indicted because of politics, not facts. Yeah, okay. You fabricated this whole collusion. You tried to tie Trump to Russia to try and undermine him, and it's coming out now. It's being proven. Why Hillary Clinton and the rest of her cronies are not in fucking jail? They're untouchable. They're fucking untouchable. And that's why they do half the shit they do. They get away with it. There's no accountability. None. And people are tired of it.
Such scumbags.
Just disgusting motherfuckers.
I mean, is that who you really want in power? People that will go to that length to destroy people? What they did to Trump, what they did to General Flynn, they were all lies.
What they're trying to do to... was it Gates?
Nicki Minaj?
No. They were trying to make her look crazy. We're about to cover that. That's even better. There's more juicy gossip coming as a result of that. But
it's crazy though.
Matt Gates, firebrand Matt Gates. They tried accusing him of like sexual underage women and stuff like that. It's like, oh boy, here we go.
Yeah,
here we go. He comes out and he's like a firestorm. He's like going after the left and right, no pun intended. And then suddenly gets slapped with fucking sexual underage children charges or accusations. Like the left will stoop to no level. Like no, it's ridiculous.
The demons in hell are celebrating the Democratic Party right now.
Oh, I agree. They got a lot of people going to be showing up though. Oh my God.
The devil must be missing his prize demon right about now.
Rose McGowan supports Nicki Minaj for standing up to powerful elite amid White House drama. Who called it? Like, who put bets on this? Like, who called Nicki Minaj and Rose McGowan coming over? Like, I didn't. Anybody call that one? Who we got next? Who we taking bets on next? Who's going to be the next leftist celebrity that gets woke? I'm thinking Cardi B. I think once the Biden tax shit hits and misses fingernails and drugging people in hotel rooms, I think she's going to be like, wait a second. She's going to wake up and be like, oh, fuck this. Like, no. Why did I vote for this guy? Like, why did I interview this guy?
You think maybe Snoop Dogg?
Fuck no. That guy's got to double down more than anything. More woke celebrities going over. They're crossing the picket line. And the first thing they did to Nicki Minaj is try to gaslight her, say she's crazy.
Yep.
That's the first thing they did. First thing. Earlier this week, Minaj faced backlash after she wrote a tweet asserting that a friend of her cousin's became impotent from the vaccine. Rose McGowan is backing Nicki Minaj for defending herself against Biden officials who dismissed her claim she was invited to the White House for a conversation about vaccine hesitancy. Late Thursday, the actress-turned-activist took to Twitter to share her opinion on the matter and applauded the rapper for sticking up to the powerful elite. She says, I stand with Nicki Minaj and all who see what is happening. Both of us know the powerful elite, and it's likely you do not, McGowan's social media post reads. If you are freaking out because she said something you don't believe, it's most likely because you are scared to examine the thought too closely. Listen, Democrats. Listen. Very well said. Millionaires have become billionaires. Billionaires are now trillionaires. Think. Question. Just because you want to believe what your cult leader says doesn't make it fact, McGowan concluded. Wow. The former Charmed actress has been vocal about her own political views and how they've changed over the years. Earlier this week, she joined Fox Nation for a special 2-part episode of Tucker Carlson Today, where she discussed the growing up inside of a self-described cult, dropping out of school at age 13 to pursue a film career, and unveiling the truth about the Hollywood elite, including disgraced producer Harvey Weinstein. Sitting down with Carlson, the actress dismissed the idea, though, that her willingness to stand up against corruption, fakeness, and the coordinated suppression of wrongdoing began at the moment the media found her of interest. That's what they do to you. That's what they do to you, ladies and gentlemen. Mm-hmm. They gaslight you. Oh, you're crazy. They love you when you coincide with their narrative, but then if you start questioning things, oh, you're crazy. Joy Reid comes after you. Yeah. Calls you crazy.
Start a lie.
Starts lies about you.
Continue the lie.
Absolutely.
Build on the lie.
This is what they're trying to do. This is exactly what they're trying to do.
And all these Me Too movements, she comes out and saying that what's his face, Newsom's wife, try to
silence her from coming forward. There's a lot of corruption up there. Sitting down with Carlson, the actress dismissed the idea, though, that her willingness to stand up. Okay, no, but I've been rattling their cages because I had to train people in the media to listen to me differently. Because if they just saw me as an actress the first day, this would all not have worked. I had to set up a domino effect worldwide. I wanted to show people that if you fight and are strategic and very smart about it, you can cut off the head of rotten power instead of just biting at the ankles with a picket sign. Also this week, McGowan attended an event in California, gubernatorial candidate Larry Elder, where she declared that she was no longer a Democrat. Minaj entered the nation. So for those that don't realize, okay, do I really take what Minaj or McGowan have to say like gospel? Not so much. Their history of what they've said and done, I don't really care so much as what they have to say. But there is no denying they have a lot of influence. A lot of influence.
For me, it's more about the hypocrisy of the left. Yeah. If these women are coming forward and saying these things, and they're saying believe all women or the Me Too movement or all this other bullshit that they're spewing, and they don't embrace these two women, you're a hypocrite.
Yep.
Shut the fuck up.
One of them is a woman of color. Yep. Oh, can't say anything about that. If you do, you're a racist. Leftist rules here. This is leftist rules.
Those are their rules. They made them. Stick to them. If they're not sticking to them,
of course not.
You're a liar. You're a hypocrite.
Yeah, they're not going to do that. Why would they do that?
And anybody that believes them at this point, you're an idiot too.
That's where we're at. That's exactly where we're at. But good for Nicki Minaj. Yeah. No, I'm not taking that away from her. Good for her for standing for her. Like, this woman's got more balls than freaking a lot of people know. Like, the fact that she is not bending the knee to the woke Twitter mob. Like, what are they going to do to you? You going to jail? No. They're going to come out like, I'm mad. They'll be mad for like a week or two, and then something else is going to happen. All the fucking outrage goes somewhere else. I've seen it happen multiple times. Nicki Minaj is going to be just fine. But good for her. Now she realizes, like, and all they're doing, like with Joy Reid and the rest of them, all they're doing is isolating these people even more and pushing them further right. Now you're starting to see, I mean, good luck. Good luck, Democrats. Anyone that in your ranks that steps up, and this seems to be like a current theme on the left, if anyone steps up to question the narrative, to question the MSM narrative perpetuated by the White House and the CDC and the rest of them, you're silenced. They try and silence you. They try and gaslight you. They try and convince everybody else you're crazy. They try and censor you. That right there screams authoritarian at its core and should be questioned. That's insanity to me. How can you accept that? How can you willingly see this and just intentionally turn a blind eye to this? Like, oh, well, you shouldn't be allowed to question the authenticity of a vaccine or anything like that. That's what being an American is all about, is questioning authority. That's 100% what it's about. So when your side is censoring people and trying to gaslight them and make other people think they're crazy, and then you sit there and, you claim about listen to all women, blah, 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 the oppression, and then you turn around and you do it, you're kind of a fucking liar. I mean, you are a liar.
Yeah, that's exactly what you are.
But good for Nicki. Good for speaking your mind. Come on over.
Yeah, maybe it'll give other people courage to.
I think they will
stand up and.
I think they will. It's getting to that point now where more and more people are coming out saying, it's like we're done. Like I see the censorship. I see how they're trying to treat people like us. When you question anything, they tell you to shut up and just do it.
Look,
that would scare me. I'd be like, I'm not going to be a part of that.
They silenced her on Twitter, on all these big platforms.
And then Twitter said they didn't. Like Twitter said they didn't censor her. And it's like, well, if she can't post, yes, you did.
Yeah. But that happens to just regular folks too.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, across all platforms. I got kicked off of Nextdoor for asking for evidence about masks.
Don't you dare question the narrative or cause...
Kick me off.
Yeah.
Politely asked. And then just get booted off. You can't ask any questions?
There was a tweet that got shared, or a post that got shared yesterday, and I want to read this to you because it's very well done. Let me see if I can find it. Where is it at? And this is something that I think people on the left need to remember because you seem to have forgotten this. Where is it at? I don't know if I saved it or not. Shit, I wish I did. Hold on, I'm going to find this. Because this guy makes a very good point. I think I posted it on my Facebook page. One second, where is it? This comes from Bo Snerdley. Good name, I guess, on Twitter. And he makes a really good point here. And he says, one day, COVID will be gone. And all the businesses that mistreat people because of vaccination status will want to grow their customer base. I hope people will remember how they were treated by airlines, pizza joints, and mostly by liberal politicians. There's going to come a day of reckoning. So, for those of you in the neighborhoods around this nation, these establishments that are treating you differently, like second-class citizens because of vaccination status, remember that. Remember that. These people that are saying, if you're not vaccinated, get out, I'll remember that, and I'll never come to your establishment again. Never. Remember it. COVID, I mean, all these mandates are eventually going to go away. All this stuff is going to move on. Remember these motherfuckers. Remember what they decided to stand for and stand against, your personal freedom. Remember this.
Goose-stepping morons.
Little brown shirts. That's all they are.
That's exactly what they are. The closest thing we'll get to seeing actual Nazis.
This just in, this is all breaking news, updated 23 minutes ago. Clinton campaign attorney Michael Sussman pleads not guilty after allegedly lying to the FBI. This is an update on the news article we just read. Michael Sussman, the former Perkins Coal attorney indicted for allegedly lying to the FBI, pleaded not guilty to one count of making a false statement to a federal agent. Sussman was indicted for allegedly telling the FBI that he was not doing work for any client when he requested and held a September 2016 meeting which he provided evidence of a purported secret communications channel between the then candidate Donald Trump and Russia. The case came, blah, 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 blah. We just covered this. So he's basically saying that I am not guilty of this. I wasn't working for somebody. People are like, no, you've been linked to Hillary Clinton. You're a fucking liar. Go figure. Like dude.
He was also suicided tomorrow.
Yep, done. Fucking done.
He's got to be sweating, right?
He's got to be sweating. He's like, I hope I'm not found guilty, and I hope the Clintons don't kill me.
Either way, that guy's, he's a goner. I don't know who would ever want to do business with the Clintons. You know?
If you're on their side. Yeah.
Even if you're on their side.
Yeah, true. It's like, I hope you don't get caught, because if you do, you're dead.
Who was like their best friend? Killed himself?
I mean, there's been a lot of people associated with them that have killed themselves.
The Clinton death count is...
I think they're killing more people than COVID. I mean, I'm genuinely interested just what the Clinton death count is.
It's crazy. I mean, who would, in their right mind, want to do any business with them?
Fuck me if I don't know.
Especially an attorney.
Oh, my God.
Jeez.
This just in, lowest approval of president for Joe Biden from Reuters poll. President Joe Biden's approval continued to slide Friday as he received the lowest numbers from a Reuters IPSOS poll amid growing criticisms of focus on his Chinese coronavirus pandemic response and botched Afghanistan withdrawal. The poll was conducted nationally this week and collected responses from more Democrats and Republicans revealed just 44% of adults in the United States approve of Biden's performance in office. Who the fuck are these 44%? Like, guys, he left Americans to die. Like, have we forgotten that so quickly? He left Americans to die at the hands of the Taliban. $84 billion worth of top-of-the-line military equipment got left. He's mandating these tyrannical ideas that private businesses should bend the knee to the federal government and the CDC. Are you seriously telling me there's 44% of people? That just tells me that's 44% of people that are biased. They're clearly biased.
Yeah, I don't believe those. I don't think that's an accurate account of.
They probably all supported Hillary too.
Pulse of the nation.
Biden's response to the Chinese coronavirus pandemic also dropped below 50% for the first time in his presidency. Only about 48% approve of Biden's Chinese coronavirus-related policies compared to the 46% who disapproved of the policies. The Reuters poll was conducted online between September 15th and 16th through the United States. There were 1,005 adult respondents who were weighed more towards Democratic side. Okay, that's 1,005 people. Like that. That's not accurate. You've got 350 million motherfuckers. Like, even though I agree with the poll, it's just like, wait, you're going to make a headline. This is from Breitbart News. Like, you're going to make a headline on a poll, not them personally, but this Reuters, like, you polled 1,005 people. You polled 1,005 people, and that's where you're getting this polling number from. This is why I don't believe polls. It sounds good in theory. I think his approval rating is shit right now. But are you sincerely saying that you polled 1,005 people, and we're supposed to take that as like the overwhelming majority opinion in America? Maybe you should poll like upwards of, I don't know, a few million, I would think. Just throw that out there.
Possibly.
I don't know. That's crazy to me. That's so fucking crazy to me. You polled 1,005 people. And again, I think Biden's approval is shit, and justifiably so. But when you sit there and say 1,005 people, I've never been polled. I don't know. This is where we're at, ladies and gentlemen. This is where we're at. Trump impeachment Republican Anthony Gonzalez will not run for re-election. Well, yeah, your career is over. Like, you're done. Like, you're done. Trump impeachment Republican Representative Anthony Gonzalez of Ohio announced Thursday night he would not seek re-election in the midterms, hoping to build a fuller family life. Oh, yes, I'm sure that's why. It's probably has something to do with the fact that you voted for impeachment as a Republican when it wasn't justified, and that your, district is probably like, go fuck yourself. Gonzalez, one of 10 Republicans who voted to impeach Trump after he left office, in a statement announced his retirement, cited his hope to build a fuller family life by not seeking re-election and what he believes to be toxic dynamics in the Republican Party. Oh, yeah. I'm sure that's it.
Okay,
yeah. Since entering politics, I've always said that I will do this job for as long as the voters will have me and it works for my family. As Elizabeth and I consider the realities of continuing in public service while juggling the increasing responsibilities of being parents to our beautiful... Don't use your kids for a cop-out. Don't fucking be that piece of shit. Just admit the fact is that you're going to get destroyed in midterms, and you're trying to save face, and you're using your kids to do it. That's pathetic, man. Everybody sees through that bullshit lie.
Typical scumbag politician.
That's ridiculous. Come on.
He's probably promised book deals and sacks of cash.
Trump's endorsement of Max Miller, a Republican from Ohio running against Rhino Gonzalez, came in February, very early in 2022 election cycle. Trump giving Miller his endorsement fulfilled his promise to campaign against any impeachment Republicans. This dude knows that if Trump comes out and endorses the other person, he's fucking toast. He's toast. Republicans are uniting under Trump. Trump is God, King, Emperor. Whether I agree or disagree, that's the optics right now. So when Trump comes out and endorses a conservative or a Rhino, Republican in name only, congressman that voted in favor of impeachment, they're done. Their career is toast. They hate him for, number one, voting for impeachment and adopting like a leftist perspective on this. And secondly, you turned against your own party when you realized it wasn't justified. It was not justified. Mm-hmm. The impeachments were not. Those were fucking witch hunts. They were trying to impeach Trump. They were hoping that it would get him. It was stupid. And a lot of it, I think, was like historical pandering. They wanted to be the first president impeached twice. It's like, but twice walked out scot-free, so go fuck yourself.
They knew that was going to happen. They blew millions of dollars.
Mm-hmm. And that's why when Republicans are screaming for the same thing for Biden, impeach Biden, it's not going to happen. Like, the articles will die on the floor. Won't happen.
Not unless it goes to 2022.
We'll see.
In 2022, I could see an impeachment happening.
If we get control. Yeah. If we get majority.
And you have to have the right people in there, too.
Oh, yeah.
But do you think Crenshaw would vote for impeachment?
Ooh, no, I don't. But I don't think you would either. I think you'd be right not to, though, because I think sucking at your job is not grounds for impeachment. I think impeachment is like when you illegally perform something in your job. And, this is such a slippery slope. Because the impeachment process has been weaponized politically for the sake of just, again, it's optics. They're trying to impeach Trump because it makes them look bad. It makes Republicans look bad. But realistically, Trump did nothing wrong. He did nothing worthy of impeachment. Biden's bumbling of Afghanistan withdrawal was technically not illegal. He just fucked up and got people killed, which he should resign for. But impeachment, I mean, you can impeach for...
Is that a spider in front of you?
I don't see. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know. It would be interesting to hear that case, to tell you the truth. It would be interesting to hear that case.
I don't know. Could you use the fact, like his China connections or the Russia stuff or the Ukrainian stuff?
Yeah. If that can be proven, yes.
I feel like it's been proven.
You're gonna need a lot more proof than that, though. Like a lot more, because that's gonna be something that you get.
Like a Hunter Biden laptop or something.
That never
happened. Or like
happened.
Tony Bobolinsky.
That never happened. What are you talking about?
The big guy giving him 10%. None of that stuff. Like all these emails that.
Yeah.
I mean, those are.
I'm with you.
Pretty hard evidence.
But it's one of those things like,
I mean, that's to me anyway.
If they had that, based on that, yes, I would say yes. That should definitely warrant impeachment. 100%.
I mean, because all that stuff
it doesn't look good.
I mean, the emails are there. Everybody's seen the emails, so
just
it's
that nobody cares.
That's not made up.
Yeah.
So I mean,
yeah, I guess you could go with impeachment on that, but again, right now, being that we don't have the majority, it's not unless Democrats come out and say, "Oh yeah, we're in favor of this." They're not going to do that. No. It won't even make it past the House. But I don't know. I think Biden should resign. I think Kamala and the rest of them should invoke the 25th. He needs to go. This guy is out of it.
Well, I don't even think he's calling the shots.
I don't think so either.
He's not making any decisions.
No, I don't think so.
What
does
it even matter if he resigns?
I don't think Kamala is even smart enough to make the decisions either. I don't think it's her.
No,
I think she's a puppet.
A group of people in the background behind a curtain who are making the decisions.
Yeah.
It's probably Obama and a bunch of other people that we've never even heard of before.
I think that
that's what I think personally.
It's such a sad situation we're in right now.
Because he didn't even know the
Australian Prime Minister's name. Hey, that fella down under. Who want ice cream? It's different. We're in a bad, like Americans right now are feeling very lost. They feel like our leader is incompetent. We have incompetent leaders at every echelon in the hierarchy, and it's like we don't feel like.
Because whatever happened to the Eric Fartwell who was screwing the Chinese spy?
That or Feinstein?
Yeah.
Who had a spy for 20 years.
20 years.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point, yeah.
Whatever happened to any of that stuff? It just, disappears.
Yeah, it's because we get outraged. Oh, that was a spider. You get outraged for other shit. Again, it's the outraged media mob that when we get pissed off at this one thing, and then we give it like a week to die, and then something else happens. Nicki Minaj comes out, or Rose McGowan comes out, or something else, and then we forget about all the other stuff. So there is some justification to people that come out on social media, like, hey, it's just a distraction. And it's like, possibly, yes. I was like, but when you have a continuation of distractions that are actually like the left is doing, where they're fucking up, it's like, yeah, it's distractions, but they're good distractions because they continue to snowball down. Like the Afghanistan debacle, then the whole fucking Chinese thing going on, General Miley. It's like, it could be a distraction, but these are distractions they're just shooting themselves on the foot if they are the ones creating these distractions. So
because we saw Fartwell and what's his name, Adam Schiff,
Shifty,
Nancy Pelosi, Maxine What we saw them nonstop.
Calling for violence.
For 4 years.
Calling for violence.
When was the last time you saw them on television?
That's a good point. Yeah, Maxine Waters has been quiet. When's the last time
you have seen any of those people on television saying anything?
Well, yeah.
You haven't.
Yeah, it's a good point.
I mean, what happened?
I think Trump gave them all the content they needed, and now that Trump's gone, they have nothing. Like, because they're not going to speak out against Biden. Waters won't. She's not going to say a damn thing. So I think a lot of them just clammed up because Trump's gone. They have nothing else to bitch about. Because again, like leftist fucking narrative, you don't go against it. If you're a leftist, you can't. If you do, you're done.
I just think they're tapped. They say, "Hey, go out there and say this about him, or go out and make this story up."
That's a good point.
Schiff was out there saying he had evidence. Yeah, there was evidence of a tape.
Whatever happened to Stormy Daniels' lawyer, Michael Avenatti? Isn't he in jail?
He's in jail.
He's in jail, isn't he?
Yeah. What happened? I mean, all that stuff.
Yeah, he was a tough guy. He was a tough guy out there. Like, I'm going to do this. Trump, blah, blah, blah. Boom. Going to jail.
Yeah.
Trying to freaking blackmail. Who was it? Like Nike?
Yeah.
Was it Nike? He was trying to like blackmail them, saying like, you're going to give me $2 million, yada, yada, yada. It's like, wow, bro. Good job.
Scumbag attorney.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Good old Stormy Daniels.
Creepy porn lawyer.
Like I said before, as soon as the whole Stormy Daniels thing hit the scene, she got back into porn. Like, so even with that, Trump was creating jobs. Trump was creating jobs, even with porn stars. Trump paid me to have sex with him. Okay. I mean, yeah, I think he probably did.
I don't doubt that he had
multiple.
sexual relations with
a lot of women. Yeah, 100%.
I mean,
I won't deny that. Absolutely
he's
not.
a billionaire playboy.
Mm-hmm.
He's had multiple wives. I mean, that's...
And that's why I think conservatives ignore a lot of that shit.
Yeah.
Because like, oh, we want to preach Christian values. Like, dude, you've got an adulterous president that you're worshiping right now. Like, are you serious with this?
Yeah.
Like, are you serious? Like, or maybe we should just separate church and state and stop judging people on that shit. Like, I just don't fucking care.
No,
I just care if they do the job good.
A savage businessman.
Fuck yeah.
Who is on my side.
Yep.
And wants to get the lowest prices and get the best deals and make sure, you know,
Yeah.
the company is running smooth.
Yep.
And that's how he's treating the United States.
Yep, 100%. I agree.
I mean,
I don't
his
want somebody up
personal
there
life,
that's going to shake the babies and kiss the hands. I want somebody else that's going to be bloodthirsty and savage and to say, America comes first.
Yep.
We're fixing this economy.
Yeah.
And if you're against us, go fuck yourself. China, we're coming after you.
The guy's proud to be an American.
Fuck yeah, he is.
You know, he doesn't care. He doesn't have any allegiance to any other country.
And here's the thing. If Trump's main goal is to generate industry and money, things such as that, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you want that? Like, rising tides raises all ships.
Why wouldn't you want energy independence? Why wouldn't you want the lowest gas prices?
Mm-hmm. And I like in Biden's speech yesterday, he's like, gas prices should be going down, but they're not, so we're investigating. Legitimately said that. I'm like, what?
Okay. All right, thanks, dummy.
We're investigating why the gas prices are going up. And
why are the cost of groceries going up? Why is the what did you spend $6 trillion on?
This is where we're at. Again, like I said, I called it. 4 years of Biden.
Who's doing the accounting?
This is where we're at.
We need an internal aut.
Oh yeah, like that's gonna happen. It's like the government investigating itself when the government fucks up. Like that's gonna end so well.
We're missing $40 billion. Where'd that go?
Oh my God. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes today's episode. It is brought to you by ShellShockCBD.com. ShellShockCBD.com, the one place where you can get all your CBD Delta 8 needs. We just launched the 1 ml pen of Delta 8 vape pen. We've gotten various different flavors and strains. We have the Indica, we have the Sativa. We've got it for you, and the price did not change. No, it did not. We had the 0.5 ml pens, and people were like, we need something a little bit more powerful. We said, we got you, fam. Boom. We just dropped the 1 ml pens, and they are the same price. We didn't increase the price. We're like, you know what? Let's make a better product. We'll give it to you at the same price. It's there. We have the various different flavors. Josh loves it. I'm not a big smoker. I'd rather do the gummies. Josh, what do you think about the vape pens?
Oh, they're great.
I think this is one right here, right?
Yeah. Yeah. No, the hardware that we upgraded to is way better. You're not going to have the clogging issues.
God, I hope this thing works. I'm doing it live.
Yeah. That's right. Suck it real good. It's good stuff. Our Delta 8 products are so good.
Goddamn.
They're so good. And then our
this is why I don't smoke.
We've got our Doritos coming out and our Weedos.
I'm gonna go die real quick. I do not like smoking. I can't.
It'll get you. It'll get you there. We have our chocolate, Delta 8 chocolate.
What is that in there?
Coffee.
Okay, get a sip. Oh, fuck.
Cold coffee.
I'm dying. Oh, that's out. God damn.
So those are available now. They are available. Same low price.
Keep talking. I'm dying. Dude.
And then we also have our pineapple 25 milligram pineapple CBD gummies coming out, and our 25 milligram CBD watermelon gummies coming out as well.
Bro,
and
I hit that thing like fucking.
You eat it like a champ. I'm proud of you. Good for you.
I'm gonna be high as fucking eagle tits later today. Oh my God. I sound like a smoker. Why are you raising the gas prices? Ridiculous. This Biden administration's a fucking joke.
Yourselves.
Oh my God. It works, ladies and gentlemen. It works great. Next time, I'm just not going to demo that. I'll just have you do it because fuck me running. Yeah. Oh my God. Josh can do it. And I'm not a smoker. That's why. Like, I'm not a smoker. So.
It'll get you.
Oh my God, that shit's strong. That shit's fucking strong. But that like, it was smooth. Like, not smooth in the sense of like, it drew smooth. I'm just not a smoker. I can't do smoke in my lungs.
Really well. So
oh my God.
It's a good purchase.
I barely sucked on that thing.
Yeah.
That's what she said. And I was very disappointed in my sex life for that.
It's rechargeable. So it's a disposable, and you can also recharge it.
Whoa.
So, you're getting a good deal here.
No, it's a damn good deal. And how much are the vape pens?
$39.99.
$39.99. That's a shitload of high right there. So, oh shit, we got Tank coming in. What's up, brother?
What's up, dude?
We're about to end the podcast, ladies and gentlemen. So appreciate y'all tuning in. Thank you for watching and all your love and support. Share this with your friends. I'm about to be, somebody says hit it again. I'm not fucking hitting that again. Like, what are you, high? That ain't, well, I'm about to be. So, so check them out, shellshockcbd.com. We appreciate all your love and support, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for sharing the podcast and for tuning in. If you could, go leave us a good review over on iTunes. It helps scale the podcast and the numbers and the ratings. And again, we are not endorsed by anybody out there. We're not with Turning Point. We're not with anybody. We do our own thing. So how we elevate is through you, the people, to help us grow. We don't have massive millions of followers out there by buying into the GOP idea and then like sucking their dicks to try and get fame and clout. We're literally doing this on our own. Mm-hmm. We have no investors, nobody with big names supporting us. It's just us doing this. So it's up to you, the people, to get our voices out there. So we can't thank you enough for this. We appreciate it. We remain completely independent, our own thinking. No loyalty to anybody or anything except the Constitution. So again, we can't thank you guys enough. You have yourself a wonderful Friday, and we will see you again Monday morning, bright and early, 10 a.m. CST, with surprise guest. And you're not going to believe this. I got Stormy Daniels for the podcast.
No, you didn't.
No, I didn't. That'd have been great.
You almost had me.
You were kind of like, no, you didn't. Well, How awesome would that be, though?
You had some...
I'm still waiting on Brandy Love. She said she wants to do it. Tulsi Gabbard also has responded to me on Instagram. She said she's going to finish some things up. She wants to come on the show.
Because that's a big name.
That's a big name. I think it'd be great to have some. My first question is, why the fuck are you not an independent or a Republican?
Yeah,
like, you're almost there.
If
you could just compromise on that 2A thing you have,
like Democrat, you're never going to get anywhere.
Yeah. But all right, guys, I love you. I appreciate you. Again, check us out on SoundCloud. We are all now on Spotify. We've had a lot of requests for that. If you want to listen to us on Spotify, the podcast is over there. We're on SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, and we're also on YouTube and Rumble. So again, you can check us out across all those platforms. We love and appreciate all of your support. Anything to say?
Thanks for listening.
I'm going to go die. You stay savage, America.